Welcome to the Lord Windgrace Estates. Hope you're excited. As far as opening hand goes, yes, like it. We're going to got some really good stuff for opening hand. We've got Oracle, which is going to allow us to hopefully get ahead on land drops. We've got Turn Tim Sower, which is going to allow us to get some tokens on the battlefield. Zendikar Royal is going to give us some tokens. Oh, we're here to have some fun, and I like it. Let's lead off with Marsh Flats. Let's grab a green-black source. Let's get this popped out. Let's grab old Bayou. Get down Bayou. Go for Soul Ring. That way we'll be online for a turn 2 Oracle. Next turn. That sounds pretty fair. I like it. We're playing Lord Windgrace. It's not fair at all. +2, discard a card, then draw a card. If a land card is discarded this way, draw an additional card. Then for a -3, return up to 2 target land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then for a -11, if you're like rambunctious here at the Lord Windgrace Estates, we will send the security team. -11, create 6 2/2 green cat warrior creature token security team tokens with Force Walk. They're the make sure you're not doing anything too crazy here at the Lord Windgrace Estates. Oh, we had a turn 2. Oh, we had that Oracle. That was going to be so good. But we can gamble for life in the loam. Now, that's not the end of the world, but we can still ramp. It just felt, that would have felt so good. So good call by our opponent. So what's the best way this turn? We definitely want to get down Signet because we want to get ahead on as much mana as possible. And I think we just go for life in the loam. Well, actually, we can reanimate if we want to. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to pay 2 life. I think reanimate. It's not in here. Nope, sorry. Excuse me, I got ahead of myself. We're going to go for Signet. Let's go for Demonic Tutor. And we want to get some sort of token enabler, or do we want to go for life in the loam? Start going to town dredging. Or we can make land drops of Crucible. I think we want to get some sort of token enabler going for sure. Actually, let's go Tireless Tracker. Yeah, I like that. Let's go Tireless Tracker. That way we can get down Tireless Tracker. We can get those clue tokens going, start to draw some cards, get down Lord Windgrace, and then hopefully we can... and also, once we get down Nesting Dragon, we can actually get these dragon tokens to stop Neheb from swinging in with his Fire Stick. His Amazon Fire Stick that's on fire. He's like, let me show you something really cool. This new show that I've been watching. Okay, so we draw into Realms Uncharted, which is really nice. So we go for Tireless Tracker. We don't have the double red for Nesting Dragon, so we just can't simply get that down. So I want to get some clue tokens going. So we're going to go for a Tireless Tracker. That's going to be 1/2. That'll put us on Scalding Tarn for another clue token. And then I guess at this point, we'll simply just... we could go for Gamble. No, I want to hold on to Nesting Dragon. Yeah, that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're just simply going to go ahead and pass the turn. We can go for Realms Uncharted, grab a couple more lands during our opponent's turn, and then hopefully find our way into a... Once we get out Nesting Dragon, we go for Gamble and Life from the Loam, and it's not going to matter. So that's going to be the best way to kind of sequence it. Opponents will get out of Valakut, so we do need to keep in mind that once they do get to 5 mountains, they will be able to kind of basically lightning bolt us at any time that they want to. So, all right, they're going to get down Sarkhan, and they will be able to go for the they can go for the +1 if they want to turn it into a dragon. Oh, okay, so they're going to force the Tireless Tracker. So we're going to go and crack another land. Let's get down a clue. Actually, it's going to be one. Yeah, we need to get a land that comes into play. So we're going to go for Taiga. Comes into play untapped. It's going to be an additional clue token. Let's go for Realms Uncharted. There we go. Go for Realms Uncharted, and we'll see exactly what we want to grab. We'll probably end up grabbing Merit Lage. I think I like at least forcing that. Let's grab our own Valakut. We don't have Prismatic Omen, but it's nice to go and grab it. So we'll grab Valakut. We'll grab Thespian Stage. We'll grab Dark Depths, and we need to grab one more land. Yeah, I kind of like grabbing Ghost Quarter. That way, if they get a ton of mountains on the battlefield, at least we have some sort of answer. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. What else? Oh, Ancient Tomb. Well, yeah. So we got Dark Depths and then Thespian Stage. No, there we go. Okay, got worried. All right, so we've got 4 lands in our hand, and we've got a really good spread off of this. So we've got the Dark Depths Thespian Stage combo. If they don't want to give it to us, they can put it in the graveyard. We've got Ghost Quarter to deal with this Valakut, which is something we definitely want to. Then let's say we draw into what is it, Prismatic Omen, or we run into Scape Shift. We can use Valakut to deal a ton of damage, so I kind of like that. And I love that this is all in response to this trigger from our opponent. Now that does leave us open, deal 4 damage to my target creature. Thankfully they went for that one right now. That's going to put it at 1. So once we get down Nesting Dragon, at least it will survive for 1 more turn. And that's the important thing that we want to work towards. All right, let's kick it back over to us. We're drawn to Far Wanderings, which we definitely, we have the, we got 13 cards in the graveyard. So let's go for Far Wandering. It's going to be green and then 2 off Soul Ring. And let's grab a bunch of mountains off this. We're going to grab another mountain. Let's go and grab Double Forest. Okay, those enter the battlefield. We can get down Reliquary Tower that has no max hand size. Actually, we go for Dark Depths, enter the battlefield tapped. Yeah, I think that'll be a little bit better. So we get down Dark Depths, and then anything else, no. We're going to pass the turn. Yeah, excuse me. I wanted to get down Nesting Dragon, but I just scanned over Far Wanderings really quick, and I thought they entered the battlefield untapped. But now that I'm thinking about that in my head, that'd be really busted. So, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, cat. My cat was underneath my desk, and I shipped it, and I kicked her. I'm sorry, Dorothy. Come here. All right, so I'm going to pick up my cat now. That's bad. But I misjudged Far Wanderings, and then I kicked my cat, so that's not fun. But anyway, I picked her up. Hopefully she feels a little bit better now. So yeah, I thought that Far Wanderings would put that land into the battlefield untapped. So next turn we will still end up going for Nesting Dragon and getting those lands going on the battlefield, and then we'll go for a clue token. Sorry, if you ever hear my voice speed up like that during my videos, that means that I put auto yield on, and I forgot that we need to do something like crack a clue before the turn ends. And so that's basically what it is. That's what's going on. Now we'll see what our opponent's going to get down this turn. So gamble, Commune with Lava. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those. Okay, so it's going to be 4 cards, and those are going to be. Oh yeah, I like that. That's a pretty bad Commune with Lava whiff. Let's go for crack a clue token. It's going to be 1, 2. Yeah, and we could have cracked another clue token if we got down Dark Depths. Yeah, it just threw me for a loop that we didn't get down Nesting Dragon, and when you make a mistake like that, I tend to just kind of just slam stuff down to kind of make up for it. I don't think clearly. That's what Magic's about sometimes. You just kind of goof up. Now, as far as how much mana we've got 1 for the land drop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've actually got just enough to go for Nesting Dragon and Lord Windgrace, which kind of a fan of that. So let's go for, let's get down Nesting Dragon. Actually, let's tap down some of this mana first. Use that colorless on the Signet. Let's go for Nesting Dragon. And then what we can do with this Catacombs is we can get down Catacombs and search up a black-red source, and that way it'll put us on for Lord Windgrace, which is something I really like. All right, so get down the Nesting Dragon. We're going to go for Catacombs. That'll be 1 more egg token. Look at that. I like that. Such a cool card. And I love the art, too. We'll grab Badlands. That way we can get down Mr. Windgrace himself, and we're going to go and always yield to this trigger. And once we discard a card, we can still get additional card draw off of Lord Windgrace. All right, so we're going to cast Lord Windgrace. It's going to be 1, 2. We're going to go red, black, tap down 1 more. Get down Mr. Lord Windgrace himself. Go for the, if we wanted to, we can go for the -3, which sounds pretty good. Let's go, they're only sitting at 2 mountains. That'll really open us up on mana. Yeah, I think I like that. We're going to go for Thespian Stage. And we'll go ahead and bring back Ghost Quarter. Actually, we'll bring back a red source because bring back to the battle. Yeah, they're going to come. That'll still put us on for Gamble. Yeah, I like that. So we're going to go for Mountain. Bring those back to the battlefield. That'll be Thespian Stage. We can make a copy of Dark Depths. We won't have the mana for it, at least at this point, but that's going to be 2 more dragons. Oh, look at that. Our dragon army is complete. And then anything else? No, we're not going to pass the turn. We can go for Gamble, but I'm kind of curious to see what our opponent might get down. They have 3 cards left in the hand. And at this point, we can actually just gamble for a board wipe. If we gamble for a board wipe, that's going to give us some 2/2 dragons. Pretty cool. I always enjoy that interaction. We have all these dragon eggs, and that's what the fun thing about nesting dragon is, that you can get all these tokens down. Even though they're 0/2s, it kind of stops your opponent from swinging in. You know, you get down this dragon egg, they want to swing in with Neheb, or end up with a 2/2 dragon. Be in a really good position. And with Sarkhan, they have to go for that -3, so they still have to plus up Sarkhan to take care of nesting dragon. But the damage has been done. The eggs have been laid. Look at those little hedron eggs too. Oh, love it. All right, so we'll see what our opponent's going to roll down for the turn. We've got Ghost Quarter out of the graveyard if we want to gamble to bring back get life from the loam to take care of that Malekith. They're only sitting at 3 mountains at this point right now, so I think we can survive any sort of Malekith. We can hold off at this point right now. But yeah, that's one of the fun things, you know, getting down Nesting Dragon, going for a board wipe, ending up with an entire army of dragons. It's kind of like, you know, I love playing a lot of aristocrats, and there's sometimes where you can actually go for an aristocrats win by simply just going for a board wipe. You know, that's enough triggers right there. And so that's one of the fun things about these dragon eggs. All right. So our opponent's going to plus up on Sarkhan. That we'll put it at a 4/4 dragon. And if we wanted to, we can trade with Nesting Dragon and not dealing their damage. So they'll lose 3 life, and if they swing it with Neheb, they'll get a little bit of extra, but we'll see. And honestly, I think at this point, I'm okay with trading with Sarkhan at this point on Nesting Dragon. We've got these dragons at this point, and that'll stop the extra life gain from them. And if we want to, if we don't want to worry about life from the loam to grab Ghost Quarter, we can just simply have Thespian Stage become a copy of Ghost Quarter, and that will allow us to take care of Malekith. Because I'd hate to just lose to just a random Malekith, and it's going to deal 3 damage to any target, which will take care of Lord Windgrace, which won't be that much fun. So let's see if they're going to swing in with Sarkhan or not. Yeah, they're going to leave that that card up. So unfortunately, we don't have 2 mana to go for this Dark Depths activation. Yeah, I think I like going Thespian. We could get a Merit Lage token, but that's not going to win the game next turn. That puts him down to 2. But we're not that worried about Malekith. Yeah, we'll just go and leave that, because we have to sacrifice it. So let's do this. Let's crack the Clue token. And that way we can threaten Thespian Stage Dark Depths next turn, just kind of chill for a little bit, and get a couple more dragons on the battlefield with this Polluted Delta, or one of our fetch. Ooh, crop rotation. Okay. So let's do that. Let's go for Polluted Delta. End up with the 2/2 dragon, and now that our opponent does have random mana up, if they have some sort of removal spell, we're going to wait for them to use that before we crack this fetch land. That's just kind of a good way to sequence that. And then let's go for the +2, discard a card. And I think at this point, we'll just go and get rid of Dragon Skull Summit. So we're going to be able to draw 2 cards. Ooh, look at that Hydra. That is a nice Hydra. We'll swing in with Nesting Dragon at Sarkhan. Yeah, I like that, because we can still get Hydra down. Oh, that'll be an 11/11. Yeah, I like that. And we can also threaten. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're going to swing in, take care of Sarkhan. Let's go for Hydra, and that'll still give us just enough mana to go for the activation off Thespian Stage 2. That's going to be 1, 2. And then tap down on, actually we'll tap down 1 mountain. So we're going to get on Hydra, enters the battlefield, we can search our library for a land card and put it on the battlefield tap, then we get to shuffle our library. So in there with an 11/11, the only downside is Hydra does not have trample, but it's still going to be able to stop Neheb. Yes, we're definitely going to use that ability. Let's get this popped out. At this point, we've pretty much grabbed all of our utility land, so I guess, well, we don't want to give our opponent any extra stuff. We could grab Urborg if we wanted to. Now let's just go and grab Ancient 2, have that enter the battlefield tap. That'll be an additional dragon. And then we still have crop rotation to go for a Grizzly Salvage, and we already activated Lower Windgrace. Yeah, let's just go and pass the turn, because that's going to put us on. We could try to force a board wipe with Gamble, and that'll still keep us on for, but I don't know if we'll have enough, because we need, that'll be 1, 2, Thespian Stage Dark Depths. Well, yeah, we can gamble. I'm pretty sure we've got Toxic in here. That'd be a good way to reset. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to go for Gamble. We're going to gamble for Toxic Deluge. And that way we can just Toxic for 6, kind of clear their board out. Keep our fingers crossed that this sticks around. Okay, we do keep it. And we got rid of Reliquary Tower. We'll go for Toxic Deluge. And we'll be sure to crack this last fetch to get 1 more Dragon Egg on the battlefield. And so we're going to go and shock in Blood Crypt, because just in case we need that extra color source, we're going to shock in Blood Crypt. And shout out to our opponent. We're doing a lot this turn. We're going to go for Toxic. Need to pay one more. Yeah, that'll be perfect. So we're going to go for Toxic for 6. That'll still keep the Hydra on the battlefield. That'll turn all of our dragons into 2/2s and still give us just enough mana to go for the Dark Depths kind of Thespian stage line of play. It's always yield to this Dragon Egg trigger, and we'll always yield to the Sad Robot trigger. That will cash them in an additional card draw. But for the most part, we've kind of reset, which is exactly what we want to do. We've got a bunch of 20/20 flyers in the air. We're going to have an additional Merit Lage token. And look how cool these dragons look. Oh, love it. All right, so we'll be able to go for Thespian stage on Dark Depths, end up with the Merit Lage token, and really hopefully close the game out in the air, and really put in some good pressure with the 12/12 Hydra on the ground. So you can really see what this deck is capable of. You know, there's tons of fun stuff that we can get going on our side of the battlefield. That's going to be, oh, that's fine. I was worried about overplaying into a board wipe, but you know, sometimes you gotta force your opponent to have it, and that's what we were going for. And they still have, actually, they have Ghost Quarter up too. I just now, yeah, okay. So yeah, just now, if we force the Merit Lage to become a copy of Dark Depths, we can force that Ghost Quarter activation. I got a little bit ahead of myself. I didn't anticipate them. So we can go for Thespian stage to make a copy of Ghost Quarter and get rid of it that way. Yeah, let's do that. That way we can just force him to crack it on Dark Depths, and we'll hopefully find our way back into a... Yeah, I've set up this Merit Lage, and I completely forgot about Ghost Quarter over there. Unfortunately, when you're giving commentary, one of the downsides is that you're giving commentary. One of the easy things, at least for me, is it's really easy to forget about utility lands out there, and I forgot about the interaction with Thespian stage. You know, it needs a target, Dark Depths, and if they blow it up, then that shouldn't have happened. So we probably should have grabbed Life from the Loam a little bit earlier on in the game, but I really wanted to close it out with Dragons. So that would have been a cool way to close the game out. Okay, so opponent's going to go for an activation in response to that. Opponent's going to destroy Dark Depths. Yes, so we're going to use that ability, and we'll still end up with our Dark Depths on the our Thespian stage on the battlefield too. And there's no lane for it to become a copy of. Okay. Kick it back over to us, and we draw. Ooh. Or you could just rip into Sylvan Awakening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I think that will be enough. Yeah. Okay, so we get on Windswept Heath, because that's going to be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that'll be just enough right there. Oh, that's beautiful. Let's go and crack Windswept Heath. We'll grab Forest. Oh, this is just so nice. I love Sylvan Awakening. And you can see, there we go. So we get it done with the creatures. Beautiful top deck. We're going to swing in with all of our entire mana base, and there we go. Put our opponent down to -4. Good game to our opponent. That was some wonderful sequencing by our opponent. All of us, and then Sarkhan Commune with Lava. But you can see how much, just when you build a deck that has a ton of overlapping synergy. I'm still laughing about Sylvan Awakening. That was just a beautiful top deck. But yeah, you can see where we just put it through the ropes. You know, we got down Nesting Dragon. We went for a fun way to try to win by getting rid of all of our creatures, get those dragons on the battlefield. Then we rip into Sylvan Awakening. That's going to allow us to close the game out. So if you haven't built Lord Windgrace, ton of fun. Love it. There's just so many different ways to win. Even just simply getting down Zendikar's Royal and just making land drops. That is a completely fine win condition. So anyways, if you enjoyed your time with the Lord Windgrace Estates, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.